The frigid mountain wind howls through the jagged peaks of the Hindu Kush, carrying with it the scent of wet slate and impending snow. It is dawn, the blue hour, where the light is thin and the shadows are long. Corporal Elias Thorne feels the crunch of frost beneath his heavy combat boots as he patrols the perimeter of a remote outpost. The air is so cold it stings his lungs, a sharp, metallic taste that lingers with every breath. Suddenly, a sound breaks the rhythmic whistling of the wind, a high-pitched, desperate whimper. Out of the swirling gray mist, 3 small shapes emerge. They are German shepherd puppies, no more than 8 weeks old, their coats matted with mud and ice. Their ears are pinned back, and their tails are tucked tight against their shivering bellies. They don't run away. Instead, they huddle together, blocking Elias's path, their dark, intelligent eyes locked onto his with an intensity that transcends the barrier between species. One puppy, the smallest of the trio with a distinctive white patch on its chest, steps forward and let out a sharp, urgent bark, then turns and runs toward a steep, rocky ravine, looking back to see the giant in the camouflage uniform is following. Elias pauses, his hand hovering over his radio. The silence of the mountains is deceptive. Beauty often masks a brutal indifference. He watches the puppies. They are thin, their ribs visible to their damp fur. Yet they are not hunting for food. They are pleading. The smallest one returns, nipping gently at Elias's trousers, pulling him toward the edge of the slope. The ground here is treacherous, a mix of loose shale and slick moss. As Elias descends, the smell of damp earth and crushed pine needles becomes overpowering. He realizes these pups are survivors. German shepherds are known for their high intelligence and loyalty, often used in search and rescue, because they can detect human scent up to 2 miles away under the right conditions. These pups are utilizing that ancestral instinct now. They lead him toward a collapsed rock shed, a remnant of an old shepherd hut. The structure has succumbed to a recent landslide, and buried beneath the heavy granite slabs is a larger shadow. The puppies begin to dig frantically, their tiny paws bleeding against the sharp stones, their whimpers turning into guttural cries of distress. Beneath the debris, the mother German shepherd lies pinned. Her breathing is shallow, puffing out small clouds of steam into the cold air. She is a magnificent animal, but her hind leg is trapped beneath a massive timber beam. Elias kneels, his heart hammering against his ribs. He can see the fear in the mother's eyes, a dilated, glassy look of a predator turned prey. But as he reaches out, she doesn't snarl. She lets out a low, vibrating moan of relief. The puppies swarm her, licking her face, their bodies vibrating with a mix of terror and hope. Elias knows he cannot lift the beam alone. He clears the smaller rocks first, his fingers numbing in the biting cold. He notices a movement in the shadows of the ravine, a pair of glowing yellow eyes. A mountain leopard, a silent ghost of the heights, is watching. It has been waiting for the mother to weaken. This is the first great danger. Elias draws his flare gun, firing a brilliant crimson light into the sky. The hiss and roar of the magnesium flames startle the cat, sending it leaping back into the darkness. But the clock is ticking. The mother dog's pulse is thready, and the weight on her limb is cutting off circulation. Hours pass in a blur of physical exertion. Elias uses a thick branch as a lever, sweating despite the sub-zero temperatures. He talks to the dogs in a low, soothing voice, a steady hum of human presence to keep the panic at bay. The emotional weight is heavy. He sees in the mother's gaze a reflection of his own longing for home. Animals experience complex emotions, including empathy and grief. Studies have shown that dogs release oxytocin, the love hormone, when interacting with those they trust. Finally, with a grunt of pure adrenaline, Elias shifts the beam just enough. He slides the mother out, cradling her heavy, limp body. The puppies erupt in a chaotic dance of joy, but the celebration is short-lived. The sky turns a bruised purple as a blizzard rolls in. The second danger is the environment itself. Visibility drops to 0. Elias wraps the mother in his own thermal jacket and huddles with the 3 puppies in the lee of a large boulder. He feels the warmth of their bodies against his chest, a small, flickering fire of life in a frozen wasteland. He must keep them awake, rubbing their ears and talking to them as the snow piles up around them, threatening to entomb them in a white grave. By the second day, the storm breaks, leaving the world muffled in a thick blanket of white. The mother, though weak, can now stand on 3 legs. Elias guides them back toward the base, but the path has been erased. They face their third danger, a weakened snow bridge over a hidden crevasse. As Elias steps forward, the ground gives way. He plunges hip-deep into the void, his rucksack snagging on a jagged ice shelf. He is dangling over a 50-foot drop. The mother dog reacts instantly. Despite her injury, she grabs the strap of his vest in her powerful jaws, bracing her good legs against the solid rock. The puppies join in, biting into his sleeves and pulling with all their collective might. It is a reversal of roles, the rescue becoming the rescuers. With a final, agonizing heave, Elias rolls onto solid ground. They reach the outpost gates as the sun begins to set, casting a golden glow over the snow. The bond is sealed. The puppies are no longer orphans of the wild. They are the guardians of the man who heard their plea. The mother recovers, her limp a permanent reminder of the day the mountain tried to take them, and the day a soldier chose to follow 3 small shadows into the mist.